Marshmallow Fanboy back with another review. This time it's a twofer. You're getting Whiplash from the 40th anniversary Origins series and Whiplash, the deluxe figure from the Masters of the Universe New Eternia Masterverse figures. Whew, that was a lot to say. This could be my last Origins opening, mostly because I phased out of Origins. And I know that they've released cartoon versions and they're going to be coming out soon. And those are really exciting. The problem is that I've already got them through Super 7. Super 7 were the first to put out figures. And they were the first ones to put out figures that looked like they were straight from the animated series. And they are gorgeous figures. They're really wonderfully done. I can't imagine that the Origins figures will be better because I've seen them and I disagree that they're better. And the Masterverse figures are really making me go, wow, these are really cool. The New Eternia ones. I don't know what New Eternia is. I have no idea. But I mess with these hard. Like, these are really awesome sculpts. And they're just really amazing. I mess with a lot of the Masterverse stuff. Some of it I don't really care for all of it, but you know, there's a lot that I do, and I order mostly exclusively from Big Bad Toy Store because I rarely see these in stores, and most other sites don't kind of carry it. It's hard to find it on Amazon for some reason. It's hard to find it on, well, everything's real tough to find on Walmart. I don't know if there's a code, but they want to charge me a subscription, but I can't find any of their stuff. So it's been a difficult road. If I could unlock Walmart's combination, maybe I'd pay them more money or something. I don't know, but it's frustrating to get stuff on Walmart's site, especially when it's toys. If it's out, it's just out, and there's no even listing for it. So you can't add it to a wish list unless it already exists, or unless somebody has already bought it and is already selling it for 8 times its retail price. So that rant over. So let's get into it. This Whiplash has the older style figure with the rubbery tail on the back. There's a little bit of you have to put it together. The original one, you didn't put it together. It was one kind of rubbery thing, and it had an action where you could twist the waist and let it go, and it would whip at you. It'd be like, whoosh, 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 for good measure. Okay. So you see on the back, it has the standard art with the card. It's very cool. I don't like that little starburst thing, man. I hate that. Did they all come with that? I don't think they all came with that, but I hate that. I just want the art to be uninterrupted, and the art is interrupted, and I hate that. Did I mention that? Okay. So out of this wave, I didn't get any of them. I didn't get the weird Trapjaw or the Digitino. I didn't get a Digitino, and I didn't get a King Randor. I think this was my goodbye to the Origins line. I would probably get them all in Masterverse. Well, I've already got Whiplash in Masterverse, but and I've already got Trapjaw in Masterverse for the cartoon, and I can make him original, or I can make him the Hordak version of Trapjaw. Or what was the religion that was practiced in that? I can't remember. It was they worshipped something. It wasn't Hordak. It was something else. I can't remember the name of it. Anywho, Whiplash has cool artwork on the side. Looks like a green beast man, kind of. Has really cool artwork on the back. Looks like absolutely ferocious. I've absolutely got all of these figures. Faker, Buzz-Off, Grizzlor, and Mer-Man. I'm like, I got all of them. They are really cool. Original decisions or designs inspired by classic concepts. That's very cool. So they took some of the drawings that were originally done, and they went, this is New Eternia. We'll just make that a thing. And I went, yes, please, make it a thing. That's awesome. So I can't wait to get these out, man. That's a bad tail. It looks like a column, but it's bad ass tail, man. Very cool. So let's get these guys out and let's see what we think of them in person. All right, now that they're both out, let's take a closer look, starting with their accessories. First, the Origins figures always come with a comic book. The comic book is usually the same for the entire wave, which is Digitino, King Randor, Whiplash, and Trapjaw. Another feature of the comic book is it usually has all 4 characters in there. You see King Randor and Digitino up here. Then you can see Trapjaw and Whiplash bust through. So that's all 4 of them. Really nice art, really well painted. Just a really gorgeous book. It takes me back to the originals, and I don't think this was original in any way. It doesn't look like there's any dialogue in them at all. It looks like it's straight action, no dialogue. Nobody's saying anything. Everybody's just sort of exchanging glances. It's kind of season 1 of Clone Wars. There's no talking, just all fighting. It's very cool. And of course the file cards I always cut out, even though this one has that stupid starburst on it. I hate that. Hate that stupid starburst thing. Love the artwork to be uninterrupted. And of course there's the notice that, hey, these parts are, maybe swallowable, don't do it. And then as a bonus, they say, hey, put the tail on. That's how you put the tail on. That's cool. I could figure that out. But thank you for the it says one-time assembly up here. And I guess that depends on whether you take it out for storage or not. Which is, your decision. And then there are these for Masterverse Whiplash, which are 2 fists. I left the 2 open hands in his hand so that I could arm him with the spear and the torch. And of course the axe, which is very cool. It has a little hit of color right here on the end. No, it doesn't. Why did I think that had a hit of color on there? I don't know. Maybe it reflected a little bit differently. I have a blue light. Maybe it reflected off that. I'm not sure. But whoosh, whoosh, very sinister weapon. So let's move that aside. And let's take a closer look at Origins Whiplash. Because he's smaller. He's tinier. Let's take a closer look at him. He comes with the spear. Both of them do. Of course, the Masterverse one is larger. And in keeping with all of the Origins figures, their weapons are all one color. No hit of color, no wash, no anything. Just one solid color. And that fits with everything else, which is very cool. It is how the originals were done. So I don't have any complaints about that, because it does. The Origins takes the best of the original figures and then adds extra articulation to them. So the original figure's head was squishy. You could squish it, and the tail was real gummy. And on this one, there's a little bit of a bend. Won't hold it, but it does rotate here at the base where you put it in. So you get a little bit of flexibility out of it, and at least the way that you can pose it a little bit. If you have him kind of cheating to the camera this way, that can face this direction. There's a little bit of a hollow groove on the inside that kind of ruins the illusion, but as long as the right part is facing toward the camera, you shouldn't see that. The head goes all the way around. There's no there's a side to side. That was surprising. Up, there's a lot of up. Pretty good up. A little more neutral than down. The arms are on ball joints. They're good. There's also elbow swivels, wrist hinges, wrist swivels. So lots of articulation. The wrists or the waist twists. The legs have ball pins, or well, not ball pins. They're not ink pens. They have ball jointed legs, and they have single. I would say they don't go very far. They twist at the knee, and the foot does have. It has a ankle hinge, and an ankle rocker, which is really nice. I'm hitting the camera. That's probably making you super nauseous. Whiplash apologizes for that, for causing you whiplash. Whiplash apologizes for causing whiplash. That's your irony for today. Today I gave you a little irony. Sorry. So, let me take the spear out of his hand, and let me take the torch out of his hand. The torch is very cool. It's a really nice addition. I wish more figures had this kind of thing. You could take the fire off and just turn it into a regular torch. Just like that. It's very cool. This could also be a club, so he could hit people with it. That's very cool too. But you can put the fire effect on it and boom, you have an instant torch. It's super cool. The spear is just like the other spear. No extra color hits. No pomp or circumstance. It's just straight up one color. And that's okay. Helmet comes right off. Really easy. The helmet is really nice on him. He probably can lose. Let's see, the belt, maybe. Yeah, the belt clips to the back here. So you could take the belt off. You could take the harness off too and turn him into regular, just kind of regular Whiplash. When the tail went on, it was straight. So I had to do this bend. So I think that you get a little bit of bend out of the tail if you want to. Let's see if I can bend this. Yeah, I bend it. And then I bend it back. It doesn't have a lot of bend, but it has enough bend to be really useful. And just like the Origins one, it has that weird concave shape in, but you can face it into whatever picture you're taking so it doesn't show. Plus it helps hold him up, which is very cool. He has great look up, great look down, a little look down. More, yeah, it goes right back to neutral. Goes side to side. Without this harness on, he probably does get a lot of down. But I'm not going to take the harness off. Arms are on ball joints. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got double elbows. He's got gauntlets that could probably come off if you took off the hand. But he has a wrist hinge and a wrist swivel. He has a mid-torso rocker. And he has a waist twist. Oops, I'm hitting the camera again. Then he has ball jointed legs with thigh swivels. Double knees. And his boots twist right at the top. Ankle hinge. And ankle rocker. And those are the Whiplashes, who in this pose kind of look like they're both dancing together. And I dig that. That is where I'm going to leave this review, with the two of them dancing together, as they should be. So they're excellent additions to the collection, though I've retired from Origins and I'm focused all on Masterverse now. But if you are still collecting Origins still continues to be a really good line of figures. If you don't have the Super 7 ones, or you prefer the Origins cartoon line to the Super 7 cartoon ones, that's awesome. You have a lot to look forward to. So until next time, enjoy your toys.